Okay, before I start the video, let me just say, this is not my video.
While Splatter stayed at the station to look after coaches, Dodge set off to take a load of empty freight cars on the Thomas's branch line. He was going to help marshal cars in the yard. When he arrived, Thomas the tank engine tried to explain everything he had to do, but Dodge was hardly paying any attention. This made Thomas very cross.
Well, if you're not even going to pay attention, then there's no reason for me even bothering to explain everything. Figure it out on your own.
Seriously?
The nerve of some engines.
Although I will admit, even Thomas's attention span has been somewhat questionable in the past.
That is so not true. I am very attentive. Oh, hey, is that Birdie? Let's race him.
When Thomas left, the yard manager appeared.
Thank goodness you're here. I'm sure Thomas explained everything. Arrange Percy's cars, please, and don't stray off too far. Oh, and find a brake van.
Yeah, whatever. Nothing to it. I'll have this place whipped into shape in no time.
Dodge systematically scurried about the yard, bumping the freight cars profusely and lining them up along the siding.
Goodness, I could hear you bumping around from miles away. We appreciate the help, but please, don't be reckless. Come along now, Henrietta.
To be down your funnel, steam kettle. Can't you see I'm working? Good grief, you steam engines are always preaching to the choir. I know what I'm doing.
Unbeknownst to Dodge, he was blatantly disregarding the most important trick in the book. Freight cars do not like being bumped, and they especially don't like being bumped by an outsider. Sure enough, he would soon learn his lesson. After Dodge marshaled the cars in position, the yard manager returned with further instructions.
Very good. I've always liked the BR class. Very efficient. Now move these freight cars to the other line so Percy can collect them.
When the yard manager went away, the freight cars conspired together.
We want Percy. We're sick of this greasy drone pushing us around.
He is insane.
He's a maniac!
Yeah, he's great.
That's not an insult, you idiot.
I didn't mean for it to be derogatory. I was just stating the facts.
Shut up, you idiots. Move along now, let's go. Move along now, let's go.
As Dodge was coming up the line, he was reaching the yard limits, where a water tower was under repair. Workmen had left tools, pipes, and equipment all over the track. When Dodge and his driver could see the danger ahead, it was far too late. The freight cars, determined to pay Dodge out, pushed him on. Disaster was inevitable.
Serves you right, Nimrod.
Splinters and scrapes, what a rotten life. And the worst part of it all is, I think I have a 5/8 wrench lodged in my cooling fans.
I'm exhausted. Thank goodness we have an engine. You just can't find good help these days, can you?
Later, Harvey the crane engine arrived to help clean up the mess. He had helped Dodge back on the rails and was clearing up the unhurt cars. Dodge was fuming miserably.
You might want to adjust your attitude a bit. I got word from Napper that Splatter also got into a bit of a muddle himself today. Quite a coincidence if I do say so myself.
Crumbs. I haven't even thought of that.
The Fat controllers spoke severely to Splatter and Dodge after their respective incidents. As punishment for their increasingly reckless behavior, the two diesels would be leased to a private owner until further notice. This prospect was certainly not well received, but the diesels had no say in the matter. Once their repairs were complete, the diesels scuttled to their new workplace.
Short-haul logging corps. Looks like we'll be enjoying some scenery. Or lack thereof.
Something's heading towards us. Wait a minute. Oh, God. Oh, my God, it's the boss!
Reunited at last. Exile is the one place I've ever really known how to make myself at home. Oh, how I've missed you so much.